Hi you guys, welcome to my first ever YouTube video. How exciting, I know, it's what we've all been waiting for. Today, I talk to you guys about Airbnb, long-term rentals, I only have one, and what else? Oh, and how I got started into it. I'm going to be talking to you guys about that stuff while I fold my Airbnb laundry because I'm a little behind on it. Okay, fine, I'm really behind on it. All right, let's get into it. I am the one and only Laura Patton. I'm currently 23 years old. I'll be 24 next month. How exciting, my mid-20s. I live in Florida currently. I've been here for a little over 3 years with the military. I am from Ohio originally. I have 5 siblings. I have 2 nephews, 1 niece, an awesome sister-in-law, and I have the most talkative and cutest little cat that I've ever seen. I started out with long-term rentals with my house. So the house I'm in right now, I bought in 2019, so I've had it for about a year and a half. And I got it really because, because a lot of people I knew, were doing that, and it seemed like a great idea. It seemed like an awesome opportunity to earn some extra money. And yeah, so I ended up finding this house. It was being renovated when I bought it. It was built in 1956, so it's an older house. And it has 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, good amount of parking space. And another really awesome thing was that it has a guest house. And I didn't really care about that when I first bought it, but that's actually turned out to be like a really awesome perk. So anyway, so I started renting out the rooms in the house. I rented out 3 of the rooms as well as the guest house. I would do it all long term. And it went great, it didn't go great at first, that's a lie. It was horrible at first. I had this girl move in that I ended up having to evict, and it was the worst experience ever. I hope I never have to go through that again. Anyway, we're not going to talk about that today though. So I found this website called Law Depot, and that's where I build my contracts. And every single person that I have had live with me, move into the house, I've kind of learned something from them, and I've altered the contract because of them. Obviously not an active contract, but for the next people that move in, I've altered it. And then, so yeah, I use that. And then I also use cozy.co, C-O, for my background and credit checks that I have people do. And what else do I do? I do an inspection with them when they move in and also when they move out to make sure the room is all good, everything works, the light bulbs are good, there's nothing weird going on. So yeah, that's the long-term stuff. That's how I've been doing that. So I also did that with the guest house, and the guest house, mind you, is only 250 square feet. I was doing that as a long-term rental to start, and honestly, it was just kind of a hassle because they don't have a kitchen or a laundry room back there. They just have a bathroom and then space for a bed, maybe a little couch if they want it, whatever. They would have to come in the main house constantly anytime they needed to use the kitchen or laundry room, which was sometimes multiple times a day. So once the first people moved out, that was in early February of last year, I posted the guest house again. I post my rentals on Facebook Marketplace actually, and it does great on there. And then you can kind of see the people that message you, you can see their profile a little bit and kind of see if they, I don't know, seem like they have their stuff together, I guess. you can kind of tell sometimes. I don't base it 100% on that, but I also want to get along with my roommates. It makes my life and everyone that lives here, it makes everyone's lives easier. This older lady, she messaged me and she was like, I know that you have the guest house posted for long-term rentals, but have you ever considered doing Airbnb? And I was like, no, I don't think it would do good. It's not that close to the beach. It's just in the backyard. It's really not like nice. It's whatever. You know, I had all these excuses, all these reasons to not do it. And she was like, no, I seriously think it would do great. Like, you should look into it. She's like, I have one here in Crestview and mine does good. It stays booked pretty much year round. So I start doing some research. I start comparing the numbers of long-term versus short-term rental with the guest house. And then, what was it? I started looking at the other Airbnbs in the area that were, you know, could compare to my guest house. They're just like normal, like, houses. Like, none of them are like, I shouldn't say none, but most of them, they're just normal looking, like, it's like stuff that I felt I was capable of doing. So I was like, okay, actually maybe this isn't that far-fetched of an idea. So I decided to try it out, and I set a budget for myself of $1,000 to get it fully furnished and decorated. And I think I ended up spending like $1,100, so it was like right around there. But I got a lot of stuff used, like the TV, the bed actually, which I just have a mattress cover on it. But the people I bought the bed from, they said that they just used it for staging, and honestly, like, it was in great shape. It's a queen size bed, and I think I got it for like $70. And people actually have commented on how comfortable it is, so it's actually worked out really well. But yeah, so I got the bed frame, the TV, Roku, mini fridge, microwave, Keurig, little chair, and then just like some cute beachy decorations. And yeah, and then I posted it, and then like a week later my first guest arrived, and I was so nervous and so excited, and I walked out there to meet them because I had a bottle of wine for them. I gave them a local, well, Florida local blueberry wine. It's so good. And then they actually had a bottle of wine for me. It was an orange wine, and I was just so excited. I was like, okay, here we go. Let's see how this goes. And I knew really early on that it was something that I was going to enjoy doing. And so I decided, okay, I want another property. And I got a hold of my realtor, and I told her, I was like, let's start looking at condos, townhouses, something. Like, I want another Airbnb. Let's figure it out. Okay, so for this house, I used a VA loan, so I didn't have to put a down payment on the house. And then for my condo that I ended up buying, I used a conventional loan. So I put 3.5% down. And it was just kind of perfect. It had like great views. It was, pretty close to my house, and it was small enough that I felt like I could manage it by myself. And it came fully furnished, which was great. And it looked really cute in there. So I was like, okay, I don't even need to like change anything. This is perfect. So I ended up buying it. And then because it was fully furnished and all that, I had it posted on Airbnb like the day that I closed on it. Yeah, just with both of them, it honestly just kind of snowballed from there. It was perfect because it was like the start of busy season that I got both of them. And so, yeah, it ended up working out great. And honestly, like, all of this stuff, I just kind of went for it. Like, I just kind of learned as I did it. Honestly, I had no idea what I was doing when I first started. And there's like this trick to getting 5 stars. I'll share that in a different video. But it's been fun. I mean, it's a lot of hard work. It's way more work than I was expecting when I first started. So I cleaned both the Airbnbs completely. by myself. I manage them by myself. I've hired someone to clean the condo and the guest house maybe like 10 times, maybe. I've gotten a couple like bad reviews. So I've gotten 3 stars, I think twice. Definitely once. I'm trying to think. At least once. But I remember I took it so personal. And I used to be so nervous to read my reviews because I didn't really know how to consistently get good reviews. And so every time I was like, is this gonna be good? Are they gonna hate it? I have no idea. Now I can kind of tell if they're gonna leave me a review and if it's gonna be a good review. I remember like I would read them and I would be so hurt. I would like I would just take it so personal. I'm like, this is so upsetting. Like, I tried my best and it wasn't good enough. But you know, you have to just, I've learned that you read the review, okay, be upset for a minute and then get over it, you know? Oh well, you're not gonna please everyone. But go back to the review once you are no longer upset about it and just try to read it as objectively as you can. You know, just try to understand what their issues were, what you could have done differently, better. So I'm thinking about getting another Airbnb here, well, another property I should say here soon, like within the next 6 months maybe. And we'll see. I want to get something else under my belt, something else in my portfolio. So once I start that process, I will film it, take you guys along for the ride, show you that process. Okay, well, I hope that you guys liked this video. Comment if you have questions or want to hear me talk about anything in particular. Like it, comment, subscribe, share, whatever. But if you do none of it, thank you for watching anyway. And yeah, there will hopefully be more videos to come. Thanks for tuning in. See ya!